Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you are new. My name is Heather. I'm a homeschooling mom of 3 kids, elementary and high school age. Today I am going to be setting up my new 2024-2025 Erin Condren teacher planner for the new homeschool year. It's still a little early. It is May when I'm filming this, and I am actually going to be sharing all of the curriculum choices for my 3 kids over the next week, so definitely stay tuned for this. This morning I had my teacher reviews for 2023-2024 homeschool year, and this is kind of the last thing I need to do before I can really get started planning for next year. I have purchased the majority of my curriculum. I know what planner I'm using. I need to kind of get things organized, but I can't do that until this planner is set up, and I just got this in the mail today. So I'm going to go through and share how I set it up as a homeschooler. Now, they do have a homeschool planner. I do not use that homeschool planner because it isn't dated. But because it isn't dated, you could start this at any point in the year. And there are some extra things within this planner specifically for homeschoolers. So you have mission statement and homeschool goals, and then you have homeschool requirements. And then these 12 boxes are not labeled by month, so you can use these however you want. And then before each month begins, instead of just having a blank line page, there is this monthly focus dashboard page. So monthly focus, enrichment classes, field trips and outings, supplies and resources needed. And then all the way in the back, there are some trackers, and these are super helpful: curriculum and resources, reading logs, attendance tracker, and expense tracker. So these are all things that I do keep track of, but I just use the Erin Condren teacher planner instead. I thought I might try the homeschool planner this year, but they did not change their design and I wasn't a huge fan of it. That plus the addition of having to date the planner made me decide to go with what I always use, which is my Erin Condren teacher planner, and this is the horizontal layout. I did review the vertical layout. I will leave links for all of that in the description box if you have not purchased your planner yet and you are still looking for one. If this is too much space for you, which it's very possible, especially if you only have one child or your child does a lot of their own like self-directed learning and you don't have to write out individual lesson plans for each child, they do have a 7x9 focused planner. And they also have softbound options, but then there is also a new option from Cultivate What Matters for this homeschool planner. Again, I have a full review and walkthrough. This is also undated, and it's much smaller and more compact, and it combines a lot of goals and character traits and goals for your kids, individual goals and family goals. So if you are looking for something a little bit smaller or maybe a little bit more focused on goals, this Cultivate What Matters homeschool planner is a really good option as well. Now that I've gotten that all out of the way, I did choose this wisteria vegan leather cover. It is removable. I wish that it wasn't. I would have liked to have seen this not be a removable cover. I did not get it personalized. You can have it stamped with initials. I didn't do that. The things that I'm going to be using to set things up are this Cool for School designer sticker book. This is edition 5, the classroom collection, and I get this. I've been getting this every year since it came out. I think they might be on edition 9 at this point. I get it because of these transparent dot stickers as well as the letters. There's some colorful letters and some rose gold foil letters. It just makes some of my planning so much easier. I won't be using these today because I need to figure out the structure of our homeschool year first. So that's kind of my next step. I have some month label stickers from Planner Kate. I use these in all of my planners. I like this Jack font. There's enough stickers for 2 years on here, but because I use them so much, I buy several at a time. Then I have this beautiful Evolve sticker sheet, the Bold Blooms sticker sheet. I think this is the Heather color. And then this is just another sticker sheet that you can customize the colors. And I think the colors that I got are jade and navy. I'm not sure. I would have to look it up. So, gosh, we haven't even opened the planner yet, and I think I've been talking for 10 minutes. I wish that these were, yeah, this cover does not turn very easily. It definitely sticks. So that is a huge bummer to me. I have had the vegan leather covers in the past that are not removable, and I wish that was still an option. It's very easy to pop it back on, but it's just kind of a hassle that it has to pop off and on. All right, so here we go. All right, the first thing that I'm going to do is write my name. If you've watched any of my videos, you will know that I do not have the nicest handwriting, but I actually do not care about that because the reason that I plan is not necessarily for pretty as much as it is for function. I do love color. I do add some stickers, but for the most part, this is just so that I can continue functioning day to day without losing my mind. So I'm going to write my name and the year, and then we will get started. This is one of the old dual tip markers from Erin Condren. They used to come like in a pack of 8, and I think or 6 maybe. I think they had one that was like a pack of 10. I love these, and I have used these markers for color coding since they came out with these dual tip markers. And now they don't sell them anymore. They do have a couple of new packs of markers that correspond to the Evolve and Bold Blooms designs. This is the Bold Blooms colors. They're beautiful colors, but the dual tip is a fine point and then a highlighter side. So it's not the same. This is a medium and a fine tip. So, and it's the same with these teacher dual tip markers. This is the teacher dual tip markers in multiple colors, and it has a fine tip, and then it has the highlighter end. I don't have the Evolve color, so this is just the teacher and the Bold Blooms ones that I have been sent. I don't know what I'm going to do when I run out of those markers. I think I will probably go back to the Stettler pens that I used in the past. I really like those. Okay, sorry guys, my coil is all kind of messed up at the moment. My coil is not working as well as I would like it to, and I don't know if it's because, I don't know why it is. It's kind of like stuck. I might have to rebend that, but for the time being, what I'm going to do is cover some of this information. See, I've already torn on the bottom here. Oh well, okay. So the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to cover the classroom information and resources because I don't need that. Actually, this whole section I don't really need. I don't need to know about me that much because I already know myself pretty well. But I am going to cover classroom resources, professional development, and then classroom events and dates and classroom volunteer. I will cover this as well. Do I have enough stickers? Glad I bought this extra sheet of stickers. Let's see. Do I want to use the washi? Probably won't be. How am I going to do this? I'm going to have to cut this, and I don't have my straight cutter thing up here, my paper cutter. So we'll see how this works. Okay, so this section is going to be repurposed into curriculum and resources for my kids. So each kid will have a box. I am almost 100% sure on the curriculum choices, and obviously the week that this video is going live, I will also be sharing all of my curriculum choices for the year. So this will get filled in, but I still need to finalize that stuff. I have not recorded those videos yet. So this is what happens when you when you film a lot of content. Some of it is early and some of it is closer to the time it is posted. So I will list out our required subject areas because in Maine we have specific subjects that we have to teach, and then the curriculum and resources I'm using for those different subject areas. And then I will put some of the password information that I need to keep down here because it's just helpful for me to have. This next section is for the reading log for Emma. I use this particular section for Emma's reading log, and I have since I started using an Erin Condren teacher planner way back in 2015. And it had a communication log very similar to this, and I would just cover over communication log and put Emma's reading log. So that is what I'm going to do next. Now guys, I understand that these are not perfectly straight or probably centered, although this one I think looks a little centered, which is good. And that is okay. I don't want you to ever feel like because it's not perfect, picture perfect, you can't use it. The whole reason that I have this planner is for function. And so my layouts are not nearly as beautiful as some of the amazing layouts that people do out there. And that is totally okay. You just kind of have to go with the flow and do what works best for you and not worry about it too much. I used to be really concerned when I first started planning in an Erin Condren planner in like 2013 because they are so pretty and I didn't want to mess it up. And I've learned over the past decade or so that it's okay to be messy as long as you are getting the things done that you're planning. Now, obviously, if I was doing this for memory keeping, I would try and be much more careful. And I do keep these, but it's more for my own records for teaching. So I did get these stickers for these reading log pages, but I think they are just too big. I just got these off of Amazon because I was looking for something. Letter stickers. It's so hard to find letter stickers, I feel like. Maybe I do like these. I know these are not removable, so if I put it down, it's just going to be down. Well, I'll just put it down and we'll just see how it goes. Should I have moved that over a little? Probably, but I actually like how that looks. And then this one I should have done further to the side. Gosh, I'm really struggling. But you know what? I like how it looks. I like that. Yes, that looks good. Okay, I am not going to do anything with these mini monthly calendar sections right now because I don't know the schedule yet. So we're just going to leave these for the time being. And then the next thing is to change the months on these boxes. Now, last year was the first year that I used these Planner Kate stickers, and I almost put the wrong months down. So the stickers are not quite large enough to cover the whole month, or some of them. So let's see here. They don't go in order. January, February, March, April, May, June, July, October, August, September, November, December. So I struggled with the second page just a little bit. So July. Okay, so that looks much better. And this section, again, I will just put books that we're reading, specific curriculum and resources that I want to cover in the specific months. And that's just to kind of keep me on track. And then each month when I come in and do my monthly reset day and set up for the next month, I look and make sure that we're either on track or if we're behind or ahead, how I can adjust things and make things work. So this is kind of my pre-planning for the year where I write down the books that each kid is going to read, any projects that are going on, special events, vacations if we have them, birthdays, all of that kind of stuff kind of goes in here. And this is where some of these sticky notes come in handy. I mentioned this during my unboxing, but this is the typical size of the snap-in sticky notes, and I also get the A5 size, and the A5 size is just a little bit smaller in this list pad, and I like to use these. I tend to use these ones more in my teacher planner because it's so big, and these ones more in my 7x9 planner, but on these pages I like to use these smaller lists. I just write the list and the kid's name, and then I can like fold it under or over and stick them in here. As I'm doing my pre-planning, it just makes it so much easier for me. Next, we are moving to more reading logs, and actually, you know what? Well, I'll put this sticker down. So this reason resolved is not something that I actually need in here. I will put the date the book is read, the author's name, and then the title. So I do need to do something here, but I don't really want to put a sticker, like letter stickers for title. And if I white it out, I need a better pen, a different pen to write title on the whiteout. I'm going to leave this for the time being. Another thing that I'm considering this year, which I don't typically do, is to write out all the books that Emma is going to be, well, all of my kids are responsible for reading on this page. There's 32 lines here, which wouldn't be enough for all of the reading for my high schoolers. We use a literature-based homeschool curriculum, and so it is a lot of books. But I think that maybe next year I'll be able to get away with writing out all of the books that she's responsible for the year, and then all I have to do is come in and put the date that she finishes it, rather than me trying to play catch up, which is what ends up happening. Once a quarter I will come in and just write down all of the books. But I also keep track of her personal reading. She keeps track of it in her book journal, but I like to give credit for all of the reading that they're doing throughout the year. I don't know if this is going to be enough space. We'll see. We have a lot of reference books this year, but maybe I won't have to list all of those. Okay, so this is going to be Jack's reading log. Doesn't quite cover up all of this text over here, but it's not bad, I guess. And these are repositionable. If you weren't aware, the Erin Condren stickers are, so that is good. Okay, so that is done. Then the next step is for me to do the holiday stickers, which we have these holiday stickers. They do not print any holidays on the Erin Condren teacher planner, which I absolutely love, because then you can put the ones on that actually make sense to you. I wish they weren't gold foiled. I wish they were rose gold foiled, but that is okay. So that is the next thing that I'm going to do. I'm going to go through, they do give you the date on the side for July 2024, actually through December 2025, depending on when your planner actually starts. So you have holiday stickers for every single holiday that you could think of. They have some extra ones like National Book Lovers Day, Women's Equality Day, but then they have Labor Day, Grandparents' Day, all of those things. So I just put in the ones that are applicable to us, and I get rid of the rest, which is exactly the purpose of these sticker sheets. Okay guys, that is where I'm actually going to leave off for my planning, my planner prep, until I actually get some other stuff on the calendar. The next thing that I really need to do is work on the structure of our year, which I think is going to be pretty similar to this year. I have a pretty good idea of when we're going to start and when we're going to take breaks. I need to come in here and put all of my planning days, my monthly reset days, and my conference days on here. I've adjusted how I do conferences just a little bit. If you've not seen that video on how to implement a monthly conference with your kids, I will leave that in the description box. Typically each month on the fourth or last Thursday of the month is my monthly reset day, where I set aside the day to focus on thinking tasks, planning for the next month, goals, you know, all kinds of different things. A lot of that is homeschool related during the school year. I read ahead in our material and make sure that we're on track, and I make adjustments if I need to. And then the day after my monthly reset day has traditionally been set aside for me to sit down with my kids and have kind of like a monthly conference to see how they're doing, if there are adjustments that need to be made, if they need new resources, all of that kind of stuff. But what we did this past year is we did a 6 weeks on, 1 week off schedule. And so I didn't really need to have that day each month to do a conference. And I kind of made it into, at the end of the 6 weeks, I would kind of talk to the kids about how their term, or whatever we're going to call it, went, and see if there are adjustments and whatnot that need to be made. So I will probably schedule my days a little bit differently this year. The monthly reset days will be the same, but I have not figured out what those are. I haven't set up my new planner for 2024-2025, my life planner, which is where I sit down and go through all of that work and figure out those dates. So that is where we're going to leave off today. So that is my setup video for 2024-2025. There is still a lot of planning that needs to be done, and that's okay. I mean, I need to sit down and do that, but now that I have at least this little bit of stuff done, I feel like I can spend the time to really flesh out all of my plans for the year. I can do this outside. I can just kind of sit down and map out everything. So I'm really pleased with how everything looks. I like the stickers that I got. I wasn't sure that I would like these big stickers, but they actually worked really well. So I'll leave a link for these in the description box. We got like 10 pages of letter and number stickers. So those are the ones that I always need to find and can never find. So this worked out really, really well. Thank you guys again so much for watching. If you have questions about anything that I talked about, please let me know in the comments, or you can email me. My contact form is always in the description box. We are talking a lot about homeschool planning and prepping, both for a summer session as well as the 2024-2025 homeschool year over in my membership community. If you're looking for a group of women who are focused on home and homeschool and goals and self-care, I would love for you to come check us out. I will leave a link for that in the description box as well. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye guys.